The Times say Dortmund line up Sancho loan, and the Sun Sancho offered United's escape route. He's got to play football, hasn't he, Gab?
I mean, for 2 months, hasn't it? Has it been 2 months? Over 2 months, you've not played because of an apology. You know, was the manager right? I think they're both wrong, Al, because Ten Hag, was it the Arsenal game where they got beat and he didn't speak about any of the players that played in the game? He sort of come for Sancho. Why mention Sancho when mention the players that have played? So I think Ten Hag was in the wrong first. I think Sancho was in the wrong afterwards. You don't go on social media and sort of come back at your manager.
Let me ask you this: your favourite, How does Anthony get a game before Sancho?
Well, I bet that's probably the main thing that really annoyed Sancho was like every game, Anthony, nothing. Next game, Anthony starts, nothing. So as a player, Alan, imagine you're training and you're like, oh, I'm not going to get a chance. This guy's obsessed with playing his big signing that managers do when they make a big signing, 86 million, and the player's not performing. They try and keep making it work so they don't, their bosses don't look at it and say, oh, you're wasting money on a player. But even you look at Elanga. Elanga got sold, Alan, for £14 million to Nottingham Forest. He's got 4 goals, 6 assists. Anthony's got 0 goals, 0 assists, and you spent 86 million. So you sold a player who's went on to do better things for 14 million. Anthony, you brought for 86 million, he's doing nothing. And Jadon Sancho, he's probably sitting there thinking like, okay, what? I'm training hard, I'm not getting a chance. Maybe he took his foot off the gas in training, then the manager's called him out, he's had to go back. So for me, Sancho's got to go back to Dortmund. You know, he got 38 goals in 104 games at Dortmund. Get your career back on track, and then hopefully he'll start scoring goals again.
We're just going to hear from Ray Party Parlour in a moment about Sancho, but can I just say this, and this might be, I don't know, I'm a controversial here. Martinelli, when is he just going to beat someone on the outside?
I know.
He's another one, does my head in.
Yeah.
Right, he's got all the fancy footwork. He comes inside 99 times out of 100. Mix your game up, please.
They look very predictable, Arsenal, going forward. Easy to defend against. Fulham found it easy. You know, you just know what they're going to do.
Show them both inside.
Yes.
Honestly, just show the 2 wide boys inside and then
totally
double
agree.
up on them.
Totally
Honestly.
agree. But
Anyway,
Sancho, he needs to move. Hopefully he gets that done and he starts having a smile on his face.
Well, Ray Parlour spoke about Jadon in his show recently, and is just as baffled as we are. What's going on?
I don't know what's behind the scenes. I mean, you always look at the dressing room area as such an important place to be. If you've lost the dressing room, it might be a problem. Yeah. You know, with the Sancho situation, you know, which I'm amazed that he hasn't said sorry, if I'm being honest.
One word.
Just one word. Look, even if you have to bite your tongue, just say, look, I'm sorry, won't happen again. You're back in the team, and he can play now. Look at the lack of goals they've scored. They've only scored 18 goals this year in the Premier League. And you're looking at Man City, they scored 40. So that's where they've been lacking badly up front. They just can't score goals. So, you know, Sancho might be the man who can turn that around for him.
By the way, that's Ray Parlour there, Gab. United need a massive clear out, don't they?
Oh, honestly, mate. Did you see Morgan Gibbs-White during the game?
Yeah.
Hear what he said?
No, what did he say?
During the game, the camera's caught him, he's gone, these lot aren't up for it. These lot don't want it. And then 10 minutes later, they go and score Forest, win the game. Like
he scored.
Even players on the pitch can tell the energy from the opponents. Manchester United were outstanding second half against Aston Villa, and then you can't put 2 top performances back to back. You go to Nottingham Forest, and everyone's a bit like, oh, they're not up for it today. You know, that's a problem for Ten Hag, and he's got to get the players out that he needs to. But who wants
against
Martial?
Villa, second half, they were fantastic.
Exactly. Why can't you do that?
I don't get it, me. Listen, I think the manager's dead man walking. I really do. I see Sir Jim Ratcliffe flew in private jet. He said, God, it rains a lot here, doesn't it? I said, you better get used to it, mate. So I just wonder what's in his mind, along with his guys that are going to make all the decisions what they're going to do.
Because if they're at the game and I'm watching the Forest game, they're probably thinking like, where's the energy? Where do these players want to get in the top 4? They want to win games. It's okay when it's Old Trafford, when you've got 60,000 fans screaming and you've got that atmosphere, but away from home. Just
Well, United
not
fans
up for
away
it.
from home are very good. Very good. In my experience, they were great away from home.
Yeah.
They really urge the team on, but you've got to give them a bit
Got to
of...
give them something.
You've got to give them a bit of hope, a spark there,
Something, yeah.
enthusiasm.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.